So Databutton comes with its own auth wrapper with every new app. Click auth wrapper, we will see this particular UI or this particular template which Databutton always comes up with. And there is already an error which I see in the console out here. So it says that auth service is not initialized. Check out the docs. So basically I just copy this link. I will paste it here. I think this takes to Databutton's adding authentication documentation. So I'll just go here quickly and we'll follow the exact process. But if you see the code out here, this error which is saying that Firebase auth is not initialized, it's mainly because of this particular few kind of empty strings which are there. So what we need is a Firebase config. So this Firebase config we can get from the Firebase console. So the authentication is using Firebase, which is one of the most popularly used service for authentication. It's from Google. So all I will do is I'll go to Firebase console, and the next step was to get this config file. But before doing that, I need to create a project. So I'll just create a first project, which is called as, let's say, SaaS demo. And we will just press continue. We hit the continue button. And the next part will be just continue. I'll just select the account, which is my email ID, whatever email ID you can choose. The default account Firebase. And I create the project. It just takes like a minute or two. Once this is set up, we just need to give a nickname to our app. That's something which we need. And then we will copy the entire config file from there. It's pretty straightforward. Just click this continue out here now. Once I click the continue, we go to this particular like SaaS demo with this whole project we enter here. Next thing will be to click on this web. Once I click here, it said register app. So I'll just say SaaS demo. That's our app name, or we can just say content genie. By the way, all this we can change later as well. So it's not a big deal. Or you can just set up a different Firebase project altogether for your particular SaaS app. So once we have this, you see this entire config file. We can just copy it right now from here. And meanwhile, we just press continue to console. The things which we copied out here, it's something which is super important for us. Why? Because that's what we need in this particular place, which is now as a dummy. So we paste it here. So we have this part already. Next, we do a few more stuffs here. Let's go back. We are here to authenticate. So we'll enable the authentication. And for authentication, we just hit get started. Once we have the get started thing, you will see like a couple of options come up. One is the sign in method, templates, usage, and settings. We need the sign in method. One of the sign in method will be the email and password. We enable it and we just hit the save button. That's all. Another one, which will be Google. So we have now set up with two kinds of provider. One is the email, another is the Google. Super cool. And as you can see, there are no users yet. The next part will be to have the settings option. And in settings option, we need to do two things. Like we have to go to authorized domains. We just copy the link from here. If you just go to this details step, we need to add databutton.com as one of the authorized domain. So all I will do is add domain, press it here. That's one of them. Other part is when we deploy this app, the app usually, if you are not using your own custom domain, you need to give the name of your app. It's for me, it's ovro.databutton.app. For you, it will be your name.databutton.app. So I'll just copy this part. I will go back here and I will paste it here and I add it here. That's all. These are the two steps which you need to do in authorized domains. And once this part is done, I think we have already followed each and every other steps. Now this last part which we need to do here. Yeah, Firebase project name. So this is very important. You have to have a Firebase project name. We can actually add it like this. There's a prompt already for it. How we add that? Otherwise, let's try with the prompt first, okay? So what it would do is I just want to say that I would need you to add my Firebase project name in the secrets. Can you help me doing that? So you have to store this project name. You can do it going to the config page and just add it yourself manually. Otherwise, you just write a prompt and the prompt is given in that documentation as well. So could you please provide the project ID value from your Firebase configuration? This will used as a value for Firebase project name. Perfect. So I just give this particular name. I just give this here and I just enter. And now, so it just asks for me a value to update. So I just put it up here and hit the send button. So it will just now go and store it in Databutton's secret. So I don't think this part is required out here. As long as we have it here, Firebase project, you see, we just need to update here. That's the value which we need to update here. Actually, we can just test it now. So if I just want to do with test@gmail.com, and let's say the password is 123123123, and I just hit the continue button, it's signing in. So it's signed up now. And just to confirm, when I go back to this users place, you see I have test@gmail. So we set up the authentication. Now, once we have this part, I would like to have few more changes here. If we now sign in, we need to have a logout button as well. That's very important. So I'll just ask few more things to our agent to make changes in our app right now. So I would like to integrate Auth wrapper, and there must be a... So I just want the Auth wrapper now to be implemented. By the way, if you have not seen that, I used a hashtag. So whenever we use this hashtag, all the backend, like the capabilities or all the UI components, everything will pop up. That's how you can connect with your UI components or the reusable components, or with your backend or the capability. That's easy it is. So that's what I use out here, a hashtag, to make sure that I tell the agent that use that particular component which is available for you and use that in this particular page. So this UI component which you have created or which came up with this Databutton app by default is now used in this particular page. Let's see how well this code is written by the AI agent. If it doesn't work, we'll debug it, but let's hope it works well. So now it's saying that it's reconsidering. Maybe there is some bug out here. It's trying to fix it. So it's writing the code in the app now. We can always open our console button as well. And let's see. As you can see, the home page is now protected with Auth wrapper component, and logout button has been added to the nav bar. Would you like to test the authentication flow or make any further adjustment? But I already see there is something which is not working. Let's see if this is a bug which the agent can fix or not. So I see this particular bug here. Okay, this linter already shows us the bug out here, and I feel the agent failed to rectify it. So I just say I see an error here, and I think I hope that this would be quite useful enough for the agent to fix it now. Let's see if it works or not. It did implement a logout logic, at least out here I see. I'm not sure where the logout button is. We can just look for it as well, but I hope it would work. I don't see the linter error anymore. Let's go back here. Oh yeah, the logout button is there. And does it work? Oh yeah, it works with dark and light mode toggle as well. That's pretty cool. And we can just log out from here. But I don't see the login now. So I just again ask, can you make sure to implement the Auth wrapper? I don't see the... So I just say that, can you make sure to implement it, because I really don't see it here. Or maybe it's something we are missing. I just refresh it again, but let's see. So I see this Auth wrapper here, but I don't see it. Maybe we should have this logic up that if the logout button is pressed, it should go back to the main screen of Auth wrapper. Maybe that was something which I think I missed to say it in my prompt. It would be nice if we have that option. Let's see what it comes up with. If not, we'll just say that loud and clear in the prompt. If I just make a quick refresh of this stuff, I see for a very split second it is working. So let me narrate this as a prompt properly to our AI agent. It failed another time, by the way. I could see it failed another time. It's writing it again. So you can see the timestamps out here. It's failing. It's trying again. Just be happy to see where it's going wrong. So this particular place, the navigate part, I think that's where it's failing. Cannot find name, use navigate. Did you mean navigate? So hopefully it did fix now. I don't see the bug and it's working on it again. Let's see if the agent is smart enough to understand hook. So the use navigate hook has been imported and used to handle redirection after logging out. Please check out if the logout function works as expected. Would you like to proceed to any other change? Moment of truth. Oh, let's reload it. Let's see. Oh yes, we have something. Let's log out. It's saying page not found. So I'll just make it as explicit as possible. So when I hit this logout button, it's saying page not found. So I say that if I hit the logout button, it shows page not found. However, I would like to go back to the auth wrapper component so the users can log in again. So just reviewing the code. Let's see if it can work or not. So I'll give another try. If I log out, still sign in button. So I'm giving another try, okay? So let's see if now it has. Okay, so we have something now. We have something. We have continued with Google and we have this one. So let's try with test@gmail.com and we have 123 and we hit the continue button. We signed in here. Okay, we just don't care about this and we hit the logout button and we are outside. Perfect. This works. So logout functionality has been updated to ensure the authentication state is fully cleared and reset. So the error was the state was not fully cleared and reset before redirecting to the auth wrapper component. Please check if the issue is resolved. Would you like to proceed with any other changes? I think this is pretty cool. Let's log in with the Google ones. Okay, perfect. So we are already here now. Okay, and I think this is pretty good start.